Hey guys, my name is Nick and welcome to my channel where I cover all things entertainment, whatever you're watching, I'm making videos about. And I don't know about you, but I've been pretty damn disappointed over the last several years with most major studio comedies. Honestly, there are a lot of Conjuring movies that are funnier than most major studio comedies. But strap in, because we finally have a good one. Palm Springs stars Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti as two lost souls at a wedding in Palm Springs when they find themselves in a time loop, reliving the same day over and over again.
You! What is going on? Hey, get out of the water, girl!
Guess you followed me. It's one of those infinite time loop situations you might have heard about.
The film plays out the Groundhog Day formula while tackling all of the questions that us audience members have about this whole situation. Like, what if you just leave? How's the time loop gonna get you then? What if you kill yourself? You take yourself out of the equation. What if you launch your own damn ass to space? How's the time loop gonna get you there? Well, the time loop is gonna get you no matter what, as you're gonna learn. This movie was a real surprise to me because I went into it without even really knowing what it was about. I didn't know that it was a time loop movie, and honestly, if you are going in blind, if you even think that's a spoiler, don't worry. They set up this full premise like 10, 12 minutes in. They really hit the ground running. It's an easy breezy 90-minute comedy, so they really don't have any time to waste in this movie. And I really appreciate that. As soon as you have a question about this universe that we're living in, they answer it. They constantly keep things moving, which makes for a very energetic and interesting movie, which really helps for me because, you know, if I'm having some drinks while watching a movie, I could pass out any moment, but Palm Springs kept me interested.
The second you fall asleep, it all just goes back to the start.
I drove all the way back home to Austin, and I still woke up here.
I thought the whole movie was going to be Samberg and Milioti just floating in pools drinking beer, and while there's plenty of that, there's also plenty more to discover. There aren't a whole lot of time loop movies because honestly, it's a pretty terrible idea. But by their nature, they're really repetitive, and it's really hard to make the same thing entertaining for 30 minutes, let alone for an hour and a half. But by keeping this momentum this movie has, they constantly keep things fresh and funny because Palm Springs creates a really solid environment that you do just want to hang out in. You have no problem going right back to page one because it's kind of fun to just hang out at this wedding where we're at with all of these quirky characters. There's so many different funny side characters. I loved the bartender who always has a dry remark. And as the movie was playing out, I was just kind of like, I want some drinks. I want to dance. I want to go to a wedding. Plus, I have to say the whole movie is just so well shot. The contrast of the blue skies and the blue pool water against the mountains and just the desert sand. It just looks so damn good. In so many different comedy movies, really don't think to go the extra mile and try to also, you know, look good as a movie, but Palm Springs really does it. Everything is very visually appealing on top of just being regularly hilarious. Lonely Island made a damn good movie. Who would have thought? The acting is pretty damn good across the board. J.K. Simmons is great in this movie, but I don't want to say anything about his character. I will let you discover all of that good stuff on your own. But the whole thing is really held together by the chemistry between Samberg and Milioti. Everything around them is funny, but it's the way that they interact with everything in their environment that keeps things entertaining. I mean, by the end, I was like, I could watch these two make candles. Fuck it. Now, I also want to touch on what I think makes this work on a different level. I love whenever a movie can operate on two different levels, and while you might just go here for the surface level laughs, trust me, you'll be plenty entertained. I do think that there are enough subtleties or just obvious things maybe within the screenplay that I think make this work as a very metaphorical comedy. In the very beginning, when they're dealing with this time loop situation, Samberg's character is explaining to Milioti's character sort of how things work and that they're stuck and there's really nothing they can do, and really all they can do is live their best life while they're there and enjoy their time.
Well, then what's the point of living?
We
we kind of have no choice but to live.
And I think the same could be said about life itself. We're stuck here, we don't have the answers, we don't have a way out, we really just have to make the best with what we have. The wedding itself could act as a celebration of life. The characters are stuck with all of these other characters that they have unresolved issues with, so they can't escape their problems. Again, you might just want to come here for the laughs, and that's totally fine, and this doesn't act like it's some deep, intense exploration of the human psyche and like the world. But if you do take an edible, you will be thinking about this a lot while watching this movie. Palm Springs is probably the best major comedy that I have seen all year. It's all about life and relationships while having good things to say on those subjects, but also being regularly entertaining and hilarious. You might be staying inside to try and avoid COVID, but if you're craving a slice of summer, log on to Hulu and crack open a can of comedy, because Palm Springs is the movie of the summer. I'm gonna give Palm Springs a 4 out of 5. This is easily one of my favorite movies of 2020. Sure, it could explore some aspects and some characters in a deeper way, but overall, this is one of the best comedies I've seen in years. What did you guys think of Palm Springs? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I'm pretty close to 300 subscribers, and I'm really happy and proud of that. Thank you so much, you guys, for supporting this channel. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, extra special thank you to you guys. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to watch this now. That's it for this video, but I won't stop you from watching another.